this summer. What was your assessment of the season as a whole?
Yeah, like you said, obviously a disappointing end to what was nearly a great recovery from a disappointing start. I think as a side we have to try and take the positives and feel that we've learned from the season in Division 1, and hopefully we can come back, have a good season next year and come back into Division 1 a stronger team and a unit together.
How do you evaluate your personal performance throughout the season?
Well, I only came to the side towards the end of the season. Obviously I would have liked to play more games, but I think that's a good target for me to have next year, to try and establish myself in the side and try and nail down a spot in the team as often as possible.
Rather unusual for fans of yours, such as myself, and many around the county, going to see you featuring more heavily in one-day cricket. People think of you as more of a four-day player. Sort of broke into the side through the 40-over format. What do you put that sort of development in your game down to?
I'm not sure really. I think I've obviously had an opportunity in the one-day side and just tried to make the most of it. And hopefully I can try and keep myself in both sides. I don't want to try and nail myself down as a four-day player or a one-day player. I just want to be trying to play as many games for Derbyshire as I can, I think. Have
you spoken to Crick or House or anyone about sort of looking to develop or expand your game in that mode?
Yeah, I spoke to Crick and House quite a lot last year about the way to play in the one-days. When obviously I was thrown in there at the start of the year, and it was quite a new role for me to be batting at 3 or 4 and coming in the middle. So their advice and help was great through that period, and hopefully I'll be able to try and keep working on that through the winter and try and, like I said, nail down a space in that team. Perfect.
Well, as we sit here in October, obviously attention for us outside of the game is largely off cricket. What are your plans for the winter? And I know the guys are back in November. Are thoughts already turned to season 2014?
Yeah, very much so. Obviously it's a case of planning to try and make next year a successful year. I think we have the rest of October off, so it's nice to just have a rest and recharge the batteries, as they say. And then we'll come back ready to go again in November, hopefully trying to make a push to get back into Division 1.
Perfect. I guess over the last few years, the focus has always been on four-day cricket. Initially looking to get promoted to Division 1, which you did so well in 2012 as champions, and then this summer to stay there. And obviously we had some fantastic moments with the 3 4-day victories. Is the side and the squad and the coaching staff, would you say, focus more heavily on four-day cricket, or is a push in with 50-over cricket and 2020 cricket next season a priority as well?
I think they're all priorities really. I think we want to try and win as many games as we can, which sound obvious, but I think perhaps in the last few years we've perhaps been slightly better in the 4-day format. So to try and improve a one-day cricket would be great, and try and get it up to the level of the 4-day stuff. But I don't think there'll be any prioritising. It'd just be a case of trying to win whatever game is put in front of us, whether it's a 2020 or a 4-day or a one-day.
Perfect. So I mean, will the team be sitting down this winter perhaps and coming up with plans about how to sort of maintain a challenge in the one-day format? Obviously we've not been to a quarter-final since 2005, which is quite a long time. What do you think the side needs to do to, I don't know, grow and develop and try and stake that claim?
Yeah, I think we'll obviously be sitting down when we come back in November and looking for ways that we can try and improve and get better as a team. I don't want to. It's not going to be too much focus on one-day or 4-day. I think it's going to be pretty general to start with, and then as we get nearer to the season, I'm sure that will become more specific with one-day targets, 4-day targets, and plans and ideas of how we're going to try and win more games.
Brilliant. I mean, it must be fantastic to know, just lastly, that you've got a guy like Shiv Chandapur coming back for a second season. I know from looking at from the outside in, he must have given you young batsmen a wealth of knowledge that sort of he's gleaned over 20 years. It must be fantastic to know that you've got his runs and experience coming back for 2014.
Yeah, Shiv's obviously a great player and he's one of the best in the world, and to have him in our team is obviously a massive boost for everyone. So to know that he's coming back next year should give us a boost, and hopefully he'll score plenty of runs for us.
Paul, thank you very much.